Welcome to the video. Today we are bringing you a mostly weight loss Q&A. I've got a whole bunch of questions here from my Instagram, and Mr. Harley Johnstone will be reading them out to me, and here you go.
When did you become as health conscious as you are now?
It all started back in late 2014 when I was in year 11 at school and I started taking cross-country running seriously. I was training 4 times a week and I was a state cross-country runner. I was the fastest 800 and 1500 meter runner in high school, and I wanted to improve my performance. And that is when I started to learn about the power of sugar and carbohydrate and looking after your blood and proper training, smart training, rest and recovery. So it all started back in late 2014 and it's been a journey since then. You know, over the years I learn more and more and I get better and better at what I do. So it's not just one answer, because you're always learning, you're always evolving, and I will evolve more from here. It's ongoing.
So almost 9 years. I'll read the question out, and then you also read the question just in case the mic's better.
Okay.
All right. Next one is. I know this is from Valeria. I know this depends on different body types. Actually, I'll do it this way. Easy way. I know this depends on different body types. I've always been pretty lean. I'm 5'7" and I gained weight in the last year. Just want your opinion on this. If I weigh 160, how long will it take me to get to 130 if I strictly stick to your protocols and bike 15 miles every day? So she's 160. She's 5'7". She wants to get down to 130.
Alright, so
How long is it going to take? How many days, hours, minutes?
So if you gain weight, it depends. Did you gain weight because you ate a lot of fat, or did you gain weight because you rebounded from past starvation and dieting? So if you've got a good TSH, a low TSH, you can lose those 30 pounds in a few months if you're biking, cycling 15 miles a day. If you've got a high TSH and you've rebounded, then it'll take a little longer, but you could get there in 6 months for sure. You just have to fully commit to our protocols and not do them for a week or do them for a few days and then do something else. You have to fully commit to them, and you really have to have that self-belief. If you don't have that self-belief and you're just full of doubt and you're lacking confidence, that will really prolong how long it takes you to get those results. You have to be a boss bitch about it and be like, I'm getting this done, this is what I want, and I'm not stopping until I get there.
It's true, yeah.
So you have to actually do the protocols properly, and you have to have the self-belief. And Val, you'll get there in a few months.
Let me add something as well. All the women I've coached over the last 25 years of weight loss, the girls who look like Natasha are absolutely obsessed about what they eat, how they move, how they live, who they hang with, all right? This isn't just a part-time gig to get a slim, fit, hot-looking OnlyFans body. This is obsession, all right? Girls like Natasha, they're obsessed. All my girlfriends, all the people I've coached have got results, obsessed. Okay, so you can't just fart ass around and go, well, I might do it for a week, blah, blah, blah. These girls are obsessed. They're thinking it 24/7. Skinny, looking hot, looking on point. All right, it's not just a part-time thing. They're obsessed about it, okay? Let you know that. And most girls aren't ever going to get their goals because they're not as obsessed as the girls who get the results are.
And I'll also add, because I've put in the work for so many years, it becomes parts of it are very easy for me to maintain. I obviously still put in the work into my training, and that's hard as shit, doing TTs, time trials and efforts. But because I put the work in for so many years, I haven't made it hard for myself by starving, rebounding. That's hard.
Yeah. Being fat's hard.
That is hard. And then each time you do that cycle, it gets harder and harder to then get skinny again.
Yeah. Being fat is hard. You know, missing out on life opportunities is hard because you're fat and unfit and have poor health. That's hard. Doing a time trial, doing our protocols isn't hard. When I say Natasha and Co are obsessed, it's they live a really easy lifestyle. All right.
It's So when he says obsessed, it's our priority.
That's right.
So it's a priority for us, and we live that on easy mode every day because we just do it.
Fat girls or fat people have a priority to be fat, and slim people have a priority to be slim. Okay, so join our protocols. You have to worry about it, and you do it the right way. Next question. It is. I'll hold this one. Yeah. Tell me some high carb vegan recipe. I can get you. If you want high carb vegan recipes, get the book.
Get my ebook.
Get the book.
It's in my Instagram bio.
Get the book. Next question. Hi, Natasha. If I do your protocols, can I get amazing results by walking and rebounding? I don't have a bike at the moment. This is. I'll add my bit in there.
No, I'll add mine first.
Oh yeah. And if you do
so that's the whole question.
Yeah. If I do your protocols, can I get amazing results just with walking and rebounding?
You'll get okay results. You know,
we don't know how fat this person is.
We don't know. You know, you could get okay results, but you won't get the standout results that I have and that you probably want.
The easy results.
You have to, get on the bike. Walking and rebounding. Walking is fantastic. I walk every day. I walk from A to B. I walk around the city. I sometimes walk to the shops if I want to get a bit of conditioning in the legs. But rebounding, it's not going to get you the hot, tight, fit, toned, firm body. No. Rebounding is a good thing to do when you wake up and you just want to get the blood flowing, or if it's raining and you're stuck inside, you do some rebounding. That's excellent. I'm not saying don't do rebounding. Yes. I'm just saying that rebounding alone won't give you standout results.
And this person wants amazing results, and they're already trying to customize it. Well, I don't want to do the bike stuff. It's like you're never, ever, ever going to achieve the results Natasha and Co get because you're trying to customize it for you and take shortcuts. Just saying.
But also there's the unknown of the cycling territory, because it's a very steep learning curve. Yeah. So I recommend this person join my coaching group, or let's hop on a coaching call so I can find you a bike best suited to you, your budget, and your goals.
Get you set up, man.
I'll get you set up because it is a steep learning curve, and I was lucky to have my dad get me my first road bike and then have Harley's advice. I read his ebooks back in 2015 and got my tips there, and the rest is history. So.
And it is a steep learning curve because they want it to be a steep learning curve. Like, they don't want you to be looking hot like Natasha. Like we at 25, there's not many girls in Australia as slim as Natasha, and if they are, and they're Aussie, they've generally got some coke habit issues or
smoking, or they do meth or mad eating disorder.
Yeah. I saw a girl the other day. I was like, oh, actually, she's as skinny as Natasha, and she starts lighting up a cigarette, and she's got a Coke Zero in her other hand. So I was like, okay, there you go. And she looked like a foul mood. I was like, oh, there we go.
All right, next question.
Next question. Does Get Fit with Natasha include exercise recommendations or just recipes? Your ebook?
Oh, my ebook. There is a small amount of exercise recommendations, but it is predominantly food-based, so nutrition and recipes.
Here's a great question from Liv. What are your average daily calories, and does this vary a whole lot?
Great question.
How many calories a day do you eat and burn?
I couldn't tell you because nobody knows exactly. Nobody can accurately determine exactly how many calories they consume, absorb, and burn each day. So I recommend counting calories if you want to live a life of misery. If you want that, then count your calories. If you don't, and if you want my results, then do what I do. Don't count calories and do my protocols. So I don't know. I carb up and I eat to appetite every single day.
The leanest couple in YouTube world that I'm aware of doesn't count calories burned. We don't care. We don't track that stuff. Now, back in the day, I used to say count calories, just type it in the chronometer, and I'd still recommend noobs do that just to understand you actually got to eat a lot of food to sort of get you 2,500, 5,000 calories, whatever you want to, like if you
being high carb, low fat, plant based foods, you do.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, I have 2 bananas, and I'm that's too much, isn't it? Isn't 3 bananas too much? It's like, well, 3 bananas is maybe 250, 400 calories or whatever. Depends how ripe and big they are, and depends how you digest them and stuff. So counting calories can be good in the context of being a noob and going, wow, I actually got to eat more rice because I I'm only eating maybe 1,000 calories a day. And again, that's still going to be between 800 and 1,400 calories. Okay.
Well,
for 1,000
yeah.
calories, maybe 800, it might be 1,400. Because so counting calories is not accurate, but can give you a ballpark idea.
What my recommendation would be there for noobs is to actually count the carb grams in the beginning. Not the calories themselves, just the carb grams to see how many you need each day. And if you have to get strict on your fat intake and you're unsure of how much fat you're eating, just count your fat grams for a bit and see where you're at. So the grams is good. The calories, no.
Yeah, and it won't be 100% accurate, but it'll just give you a focus on eating low fat. Okay.
All right, next.
Next question. Followed you and Durianrider's protocols. Lost a lot of weight. Thank you, Susie Q.
As you do.
Good work, Suze. I have a Cannondale Super 6 Evos. Wonderful road bike. Your frame looks similar. It is. Here we go. Where are we going here? This is just repeating itself. Okay. Where are we currently living? Have we been to Canada?
We are currently living in Adelaide, South Australia, and we recently came back from Southeast Asia. We spent just under a month in the Philippines.
Next question. Hi, Natasha. What healthy occasional fats would you recommend other than avocado?
Well, it depends on your goals. What are yours?
They don't say. They just said healthy fats.
Healthy fats.
Yep.
So, it depends on your goals. So, what does this person look like? Is there a pic?
Yeah. Or they're female, so I'd say they're probably wanting to lose weight.
They're probably wanting to lose weight.
Yeah. So I'd say they're probably wanting to lose weight.
Okay. So I believe this female is coming from the angle of, I have to have healthy fats. I have to have healthy overt fats. But she wants to lose weight. So no, you don't. You get all of the essential omegas and essential fatty acids that you need just by eating enough calories of whole plant foods. So you don't have to worry about your healthy fats until you get to your goal weight and your goal slimness, and then you can include whatever healthy fats you want. So personally, I have to eat healthy fats and healthy protein to keep my weight up because I don't like dropping below 56 kilos at 178 centimeters, 5'10". So don't worry about the healthy fats, the avocados, the nuts, the seeds, the oils. They just slow down your results. They slow down your weight loss. So only when you get to your goal slimness, you can add them back in.
All right, last question is, Cal, I have a stationary exercise bike which I love and use all the time. Will this be enough to you to lose weight? I don't have a bike right now and nervous to ride around on my own as a noob.
No, because the stationary bike is boring as batshit and you just can't get the results because the experience is so much lower and it's totally incomparable to riding a real bike out on the road, out in nature, out in the fresh air with the wind and the hills. It's incomparable. So no, you can't get the same results. We've all been cycling noobs. I was a cycling noob living in Sydney, but because I wanted it, I did it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get on maps. Got on maps. I looked for cycling paths around my hood. I looked for various ways that I had to get to my destinations. And I did, sometimes I'd get lost. Sometimes I'd take a wrong turn. Oh, I'd stop, check my phone. With phones these days. Yeah. Just go and explore. Got your phone, it's in your pocket, got the map there in your hands. So because I wanted it, I learned. And
that's why Natasha has the body she has, man. And the girls her age don't. Just saying. Natasha, again, like I said before, these girls are obsessed girls. All right, you got to get obsessed, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while I was a little bit nervous, you're just starting out something new. Your confidence increases with every ride. But if you just hide under this umbrella of I'm nervous, I'm scared, I can't go out there on the roads, then that's just an excuse. And that just means that you don't want it bad enough.
Bingo.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
That's okay. If you don't want it bad enough at this point in your life, that's okay. But I just don't want you to beat yourself up and say I'm this, I'm that, because you didn't take action years ago when you could be a certain way now. So
let's just use Natasha again as examples to wrap it up. You know, so let's say Natasha, so she started riding to school, you know, like, so 10 years ago started riding around.
Yeah.
And so then you're 15. All right, so Natasha started developing her physique, her aesthetics, you know, 15, working on that, preserving that. And now at age 25, she has a really, really easy life compared to the average 25-year-old girl in Australia who has debt from university, who's like has a rent or live at home or blah, 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 blah. Natasha is in the 0.001% of life freedom right now in the world. For anyone, for that matter, you know, in terms of her lack of responsibility, her finances, her ease of life. And that's primarily because Natasha put in the work. She connected with me. She just went for logical choices. So think, girls, where you want to be in 5 years' time or 10 years' time. That starts today, okay? Think about last 5 or 10 years you've wasted. Hopefully you haven't, but if you have, that's a reminder, a wake-up call. Stop wasting time. Okay.
And I'll just add on to that. That's very true, Harley. So even if you have a very different lifestyle to me right now, that doesn't mean that you can't get results. Because when I started commuting in Sydney, I had stress, responsibilities, I had a little bit of debt, and I was living the stress kidney Sydney life, but I was still riding around because it was my outlet and it felt good, and I didn't want to be stuck in a car. So I was in Sydney, I was still riding around, still getting it done, exploring. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. And just lastly as well, because I know people, but she's just beautifully naturally skinny. Well, Natasha's from Sydney, Freely's from Sydney, okay, and Freely wasn't skinny, okay, when I took her under my wing and got her on the bike.
Okay, and I'll just add that half of my family are overweight or obese. So I'll just add that, you know, people assume and comment that my whole family, you know, look like me, and that's why I'm skinny, because I've got their genetics. Not true, you know, I could get fat, I could get obese, but I don't want to.
That's right.
So yeah.
So again, Leanne was 73 kilos when we met, and then she got down to 50 kilos. Okay, so I'm not skinny and beautiful like Natasha. I'm quite dumpy, and okay, so was Leanne. In her words, okay, so it works for everybody. Leanne put the work in. Natasha puts the work in. If you put the work in, guaranteed you will be so skinny. People will make YouTube videos about you.